Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. I'm WTV's Kyle Strickland, coming to you from my house on day 41 of the Frisco ISD COVID-19 e-learning system. While making it to state on the course can't happen for the Red Hawk golf team due to COVID-19, 2 golfers made it to state academically. WTV's Walker Shippy has the details.
Seniors Tyler SHIPPY and SONA SHAH recently received recognition as academic All-State golfers. Tyler was placed on the All-State second team and SONA was placed on the All-State elite. Both players accompany past Red Hawk golfers who have earned academic All-State honors.
We have had several. Actually, Tyler is the first boy that we've had in the program for a while. We had one back in like 2010. But we had a pretty long streak of no guys. So Tyler broke the streak, which is nice. And we've had several girls over the last few years. Usually there's about 1 or 2 girls a year that make the academic all-state teams, but this year was SONA.
Both SHIPPY and SHAH are honored to be named academic All-State golfers.
It is definitely an honor to be a part of that group in general. Even though I wasn't obviously the highest, it was still definitely an honor.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I really liked being on the team. And then I also really liked keeping up with school, so it was nice to be awarded for both of those.
GLIDWELL notes the high distinction that SONA received, being named elite.
Well, I was happy for both of them. I was really surprised. Well, not surprised, but I was really glad to see that SONA was named to the elite team. The elite academic all-state is sort of like the best of the best. So I think that's a tremendous honor. We've never had a golfer that's done that. Most of them have just been named to like the first team or the second team or an honorable mention, but SONA's our first golfer ever to be elite level academic all-state. So that's really a very, very small percentage of the students who are chosen for academic all-state.
For WTV Sports, this is Walker Shippy.
In addition to video meeting platforms like Skype or Google Hangout, Zoom has seemed to become the favorite amongst the Red Hawk community. WTV's Aya Hatayat has the story.
Since e-learning has started on March 17th, many teachers have used Zoom to host video chat meetings with their students by sending them email invitations or links in order to join the chat. These meetings give students a great opportunity to catch up, ask questions, and discuss any concerns they have with the class to their teachers. And, most importantly, keep in touch.
I think it's very beneficial for students to engage with their Zoom meetings because, if you have a question, you could just go get it answered real quick. And if you're struggling with them, you could ask them anything. If not, you could just email them in the scheduled times.
Zoom can be accessed on all devices and is free. However, you must make an account in order to join a video chat. Class live interactions and video chats will be held on Zoom for the rest of the e-learning weeks.
I feel like Zoom allows us to be able to interact with students, which I think is obviously the main reason why we all go into this job. I think that it allows us to be able to talk to students, to be able to communicate better, obviously better than email or Google Hangouts. One of the things that it can't replace though is classroom instruction. So, when you get a lot of students at one time, it does make it difficult to try to either teach or interact. So I prefer to try to do smaller Zoom class meetings and so on and so forth, and keep it more on a more relaxed kind of situation than necessarily like an instructional purpose. I do think that if teachers can and are able to, that it would be helpful. But I also understand that a lot of teachers have smaller children at home, and it's not always easy. I have a 14-year-old, and so it's a lot easier for me to be able to do it than some.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Aya Hatahat.
And here's this week's edition of Real Talk with WTV's Sydney Andros.
This is WTV's Sydney Andros with this week's edition of Real Talk. And today we're going to hit the homes and ask students about restaurants and businesses opening back up. Do you think it's smart that restaurants and businesses have begun to open back up?
I think it's necessary because, people need money to support their families and all that. I think that it's important that restaurants use the right kind of sanitation. Like at my job, we have to change gloves after we contact each customer, after we touch all food. And I think that's important, and I know not all places are doing that. So for the ones that aren't, I don't think that's smart. But also for people that are going to restaurants, it's important to be clean and protect yourself.
With them being let a couple people in at a time, I don't know, it shows that things are starting to get better.
Do you think people need to keep doing shelter in place if everything is opening back up?
I don't think it's necessary for everyone to keep doing shelter in place, but it's important to still be aware of what you're doing. Wash your hands, don't touch your face if you can help it. Especially if you go out of town, be super clean with everything. But I don't think it's necessary for people to just stay in their house all the time.
I think people should, I don't know, it depends. I feel like people should still stay in shelter just because not everything's opening back up. It's just some restaurants and stuff. So it's still not fully cleared to go out of your house and stuff. So I think it's smart to just stay inside unless you're going to that place.
With this week's edition of Real Talk, this has been WTV's Sydney Andros.
Even at home, Wingspan is determined to keep the community up to date on all news and announcements. Follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Item collection will continue next week for freshmen through juniors. Review your email or check the link on screen for more information about the checkout process. That's it for the special edition of the WTV Daily Update. I'm Kyle Strickland. Thanks for watching.